Welcome back, Senate Education. We're gonna take now, 2 votes hopefully on S-120 and 284. So let's take a look at S-120 at draft.
Show draft 3.1.
There it is. Thank you. Draft 3.1. An act relating to post-secondary schools and sexual misconduct protections. The same changes.
Thank you, Beth St. James, Office of Legislative Counsel. You all should have draft 3.1 of your committee strike all amendment to S-120. The changes here are just technical typo changes, but if you're going to be taking a vote today, wanted you to know that there have been changes made between yesterday and today. The first change is on page 2. I talked to you at an unnecessary length yesterday about why I like the term post-secondary school, and then I caught my own typo where I didn't even change that term. So line 19 on page 2, I have rectified that. And then on page 5, there was an excellent suggestion on line 2 that local and statewide prosecution was kind of hanging out there, so I added front offices.
That was my suggestion. No, it was his. He gets to keep it. It was his and Skip and hard time.
There is video. It was my suggestion. It was a group effort. It was Senator, she caught that hanging phrase there. So those are the only changes from the draft yesterday to today, just some kind of clerical changes. And that's it.
Anybody have any questions about S-120? Please.
So fundamentally, I like the bill. Okay, no hesitations. But the same hesitation I do have, though, goes right back to the first day the bill was introduced. So I don't understand why in the age of Zoom that we need to spend money on this. We can coalesce the group via electronic teleconference, accomplish the same goal. That's the only part I hesitate about. Otherwise, I'm good to go.
And so. So is your, well, what do you mean?
I mean, the $22,000.
Staffing, I mean,
So
you can,
Well, we still have to
when you're working in person or when you're working on Zoom, you're still doing a job and you should pay people for their work. So I don't really know. I would respond to your concern. Because the 22 grand is for
Same
staff.
members of the council. Is that it?
for
Definitely
staff.
6, right?
So we're paying.
But we would pay them if they were in person or over Zoom.
I thought this was kind of a voluntary thing. I thought this was a group of concerned individuals from the universities, whether they're students or administrators or whatever their capacity is. We're joined together to support a challenging problem in society or on the campuses. I don't know, I just not sure why, very frequently do we put money towards committees like this. Call it a council, call it a committee, and that's my only hesitation. I just don't understand.
Clarification, Ms. St. James, on
That's in precedent or.
Sure. So the Intercollegiate Sexual Harm Prevention Council is, so this bill would create the council in perpetuity, would allow the council to exist in perpetuity. There are several folks on here who are not state employees. In fact, most of the, if not the entire makeup is folks who are not state employees, including college students, sexual violence advocates, and some other kind of advocacy position individuals. They have several tasks, and right in their statute, it says they are entitled to per diem and compensation. compensation, per diem compensation and reimbursement expenses. So this appropriation would be going along with that. If you wanted to do away with this appropriation, I would encourage you to consider whether or not the enabling statute needs to change in any way as well.
How long has this council been around now?
It was enacted in 2021.
Okay. Does Senator Doolittle?
I was just gonna say that I think the amount is fairly de minimis, given that the work that they're doing is really important. And also, I just want to say from my own personal experience, when I've sat on some per diem committees, I took it upon myself to not put in for the per diem because I didn't want to, use government money for work that I wanted to do anyway. And so I just wanted to share that I don't believe it's always used either.
Senator Williams?
Well, I'm thinking that, if you build it, they will come. Now, what I heard throughout the testimony was that, nobody was found placed because nobody was doing anything. So if we're gonna make this solid, people will likely come, and there may be more need next year. Depending on what you have, so I don't have a problem with that. Minimal amount of money.
Senator Weeks?
You need to backtrack a little bit. So I think people are using the system.
Correct.
So there were like, what, 20,000 complaints. And I don't know what the time period was. I think to their credit, the system's been used. So I didn't recognize early on that there was already statute which created a per diem reimbursement for that. Again, this is, good clarification.
Any other questions or comments at this point? If not, I would entertain a motion on draft 3.1 to move it. So moved, seconded. Thank you. Any other discussion? If not, Senator Weeks, would you be so kind as to call the roll?
It's the other senator.
I'm sorry.
They do look the same.
Yeah.
Senator Hashim,
Yes.
Senator Hewitt,
Yes.
Senator Weeks,
Yes.
Senator Williams, yes. Senator Campion,
Yes. 5-0.
5-0.
And Senator Sheen will present it. It'll go down to appropriations. Will be on notice tomorrow. It'll probably be on the floor in about a week and a half. So, maybe sooner, but thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you very much. And S204.
Just a question, what was that enabling language for the appropriation?
We need one more. Need one now.
I just sent you Ben I sent you a clean version without highlighting in your email.
Amazing.
It's right now it's 162187. This bill redesignates that whole section of 16, you'd say 183, but it's right in the bill itself, section 4, section 5.
Said 183?
It's changing to 183.
Oh,
If you were
I
to
got
look it up in the green book today, it would be 2187, and it's the very end, the last subdivision.
Thank you.
F5.
Okay, so we'll take another vote sheet. Then we're looking at S284. Much. This is enact related use of electronic devices and digital and online products in schools, which I do not believe there's appropriation in this for the, is there one?
No.
Is there one, was there one in the underlying bill that you can recall?
I can't recall, but I'll look it up really quickly.
I think there was, the Audi punctures, the lock boxes.
Yeah, so
We
it might,
never got a fiscal number.
okay,
There was no appropriation in the original bill.
okay,
That's
so
what
there's
it
no,
is.
so it will be on the floor then on Tuesday. It'll be on notice tomorrow. So Ms. St. James, draft 3.1, any changes, any?
No changes
We
since
went through it
yesterday.
yesterday.
I've taken out, this is the same draft you looked at yesterday, just with no highlighting.
Any questions, anyone, about S-284? Thank you, Senator Williams, for your work on this. Seeing no questions, I would certainly welcome a motion to move draft 3.1 of S-284, Act relating to use of electronic devices. So moved by Senator Weeks, seconded by Senator Hewlett. Thank you. Discussion? Not seeing none, if you take the roll.
Senator Hushain,
Yes.
Senator Gillig,
Yes.
Senator Weeks,
Yes.
Senator Williams, yes, Senator Campion,
Yes. Congratulations, Senator Williams. Thank you for your work on this over at least one line. And so Senator Williams will report this. And I'm going to ask that both Senator Weeks and Senator Williams and Senator Hashim bring them up to the Secretary Blumer now, if you don't mind. We'll take 10 minutes so they can get them. They've got a heavy, because everything's
he's younger, can you just tell me?
Williams.
So
Yeah.
you-
Did I use Weeks again? All right.
Yeah.
Williams.
It's all three of us.
All right, so we'll